So, a lot of times we see a picture of Anubis and we see a picture of the scales in Mayat, and we see, and Amit and these different deities when you're talking about the weighing of the heart. And it almost seems like you're being judged by something outside of yourself, right? But I've told y'all many times this is really yourself, right? So, that being said, when we're dealing with the heart, especially the matters of the heart, um, the heart between the spiritual heart and the physical heart, they work in tandem with each other. So today we're going to talk about how, you know, the best way to be in tune with oneself is to go through the heart space. And in order to do that, you have to understand how your heart can influence not only just your feelings when you're talking about electromagnetic fields, right? You're talking about how the heart's electromagnetic field is 7,000 times bigger than the mind's, and how the mind can confuse you through thought processes and the confusion of, but the heart can never be confused because the heart has what the heart already feels, it already knows, doesn't need to overthink anything, so to speak. You get what I'm saying? This is also helpful with your intuition and many other things when you're talking about the the way your heart can beat irregularly in different things when it comes to feelings and emotions. When you're especially so, this is why it's so important to know, what the spiritual heart is, which is the heat or pressure, right? That gives us this energy, this will to live, willpower, which is produced, you know what I'm saying, through, positive and negative forces. And or you're talking about the physical heart, which is a heart that is inside of us that helps us pump this blood, and this blood will help, that is being sent through the body helps, raise the seed through the body. So, like I said, remember that all these different things work in tandem with each other when it comes to the by soul, which helps bring things at the base of the spine. When you're talking about the Kundalini energy, then you're talking about the Khat, which is the body, which is teaching you about how the physical body is here and manifested, and you need to store the organs. Then you have the Kbet, which is talking about the plasma that's inside of you that helps things travel to the components of the body that they need to travel to. And so, and all of these things work together, especially. And so when you're talking about the spiritual heart, you're talking about the heat or energy that is produced through inhaling and exhaling. You get me? So this heat that's produced through inhaling and exhaling helps what you call, it's pretty much like this pressure, and this pressure is like a pump of the physical heart. So the spiritual heart and the physical heart work together in tandem with each other, because now this pump will help regulate and do different things throughout the blood, especially when you're talking about like the lymphatic system, right? Because the lymphatic system is going to be in tandem with the immune system, and how the lymphatic system cleans out all the bad shit up out of your blood, and out of the bad shit out of your certain parts of the body, and then sends that blood back. Sends that information back into the blood. Now the blood can help be regulated more and different things like that. And like I said, I'm not no deep biologist. This is just for you to understand how things connect to one another. So the ab is the spiritual heart because it deals with emotions you can't see. It deals with, when we're talking about the gut feeling, right? We're talking about how, it's it sits near, it's a gland that sits near your gut, and it's connected to this gland, right? And you feel this gut feeling, or this feeling of a certain weariness, whether it's confidence or whether it's you know you're not confident, or whether it's something you feel like something's wrong. You're gonna have this gut feeling. So that's what that really is, right? Because the source of will is the source of when you talk about creation on this plane, we're talking about willpower, and how will brings the soul into this aspect of existence. So that's what that is. So remember the first three chakras and the bodily systems up to the heart chakra, because the heart is the balance, is teaching you that as above so below. So the first three chakras between the root, the sacral and the solar plexus, they all are like three in one. The way they're manifested in this realm, or like, you know what I'm saying, like it wouldn't be just one dimension. It would be, you know, three dimensions. Does that make sense? So three in one, we're talking about like the Trinity. So you, as above, so below in all planes, and you know, you having a balance between the two, which is the heart chakra. That's what I'm saying. So now the Hati, remember, because we just talked about the ab. So the Hati superimposes the thymus, or the thymus gland that's up there near the heart, right? And so this is, we're talking about these principles. These are just talking about how each aspect of the soul will influence a certain part of the body, of the physical body, when you're talking about being brought into manifestation. So what I'm saying is, you learning these qualities will ultimately not just teach you more about yourself, but teach you more about the universe. Not just teach you more about the universe, but teach you more about you know, basically not only just how to regulate yourself, but how to, you know, deal with emotions, how to deal with you know, negative thought forms and positive thought forms. You feel what I'm saying? How to deal with these different situations and bodily problems when it comes to the mental, when it comes to the physical, when it comes to the emotional. So when you're talking about the heart, especially, the heart is one of the strongest organs. You need to know how important the heart is to you as a being. When you're talking about when you're talking about the physical heart, you're talking about a mechanism that regulates the whole body. When you're talking about whether it's the electromagnetic field or whether it's how it pumps blood, how you need to be able to pump blood throughout the whole body. So the ab, or the spiritual heart, receives messages from the etheric realm, while the Hati, or the physical heart, is what pumps the blood, and is what is when you're talking about being able to have certain emotions that are felt within oneself. This is done by the physical heart. So as you feel it inside of yourself, but you understand this feeling that's inside is actually coming from the spiritual essence of the will, of the previous principle, or you're talking about the ab, or the solar plexus, when it comes to the willpower. So the spiritual heart is a form of a mechanism, in a sense, of regulation. Or you're talking about, when you're talking about how the heart fluctuates, and how the heart is like a flow, and how it pumps blood and then it rests, and then it pumps blood and then it rests. So the when you're talking about speaking with your heart, right? And when I'm saying how you speak with the heart is saying, like, as I'm speaking truthfully to myself, because Mayat deals with the heart, deals with truth, deals with balance. When you're talking about speaking truthfully to myself, this does what? This releases certain hormones that will make you have defined feelings, have a better feelings about yourself, have a better awareness about yourself, have a better love about yourself, have a better love about other people. And this will tune, so you'll see how in your reality it will reflect from the inside out. So this is what the feelings of the heart can do. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about releasing hormones and neurotransmitters that will ultimately make you feel a whole lot better than what you did, you know, when you were speaking negatively on something or anything you were doing. So the heart will tell your brain to be calm. You feel what I'm saying? Your heart has so much power within it, within this electromagnetic field. You feel what I'm saying? Within this power that is produced through the pressure of heat. So basically, anytime you're dealing with the heart chakra, you want to ask yourself, between the solar plexus and the heart chakra, and you're dealing with the principles of the Hati and the principles of the ab, you want to ask yourself, how do you feel on a day-to-day basis? Right? How do you feel about certain situations and different things like that? Are you feeling negative about it? Are you feeling positive about it? Are you feeling like you didn't do enough for yourself? Any of these things are feelings that your intuition will tell you just by being in tune with yourself. So this is done through meditation, like we speak on, right? But it's in order for you to get to the higher access of yourself, and this higher awareness is what I'm teaching, is basically saying, okay, let me balance the heart chakra. Let me learn how to love. Let me learn how to see how my willpower and my heart work together.